all the, almost all of the main scandal rags. And they report on themselves how they're pathetic and stupid and have no money. But it's this cute little thing that the British like to have kind of for tourism. Okay? And it's a total psyop. Of course, her real money's a state secret. So is it a state secret, Queen Beatrix, her cousin, over in the Netherlands. Literally, she runs this country now. She runs Canada. She runs... And again, I was watching Sherlock Holmes, the new Sherlock Holmes, and it's all what really is going on. Satanists are running things. All the British, top British lords that are in the government, not the general lords, but the top British lords are Satanists. They're into Luciferianism, and they've secretly taken America back over, and they orchestrated the Civil War in the U.S. to break America up. But Sherlock Holmes stops them. Well, it's actually on record the British financed the South. And put troops in the North, and I'm not saying I'm for the North, folks. Nobody was a winner here. They were manipulating both sides. That's the point. We're always taught to believe one side or the other. And here they are just throwing real history in our face in a Hollywood movie. Just amazing. But that is the reality. We have been taken over by British intelligence, and that's what the CFR is. Go ahead.
Oh, in addition to this, there's a little article in the paper, and it says Pope begs for forgiveness for child sex abuse. So this is Club of Rome, and the response was inherently problematic because of the Church's ancient, unhealthy, monarchical structures. So that substantiates what you have just said.
Well, it's incredible. That's amazing. I mean, any type of society or organization that doesn't let men get married, you're going to end up having men having sex with men. I mean, look at historically with sailors and pirates, no matter whatever it was, Asian pirates, Anglo pirates, there ended up being a lot of that going on. And then you've got these men over kids. What's going to happen? I mean, it's terrible, and it needs to be exposed. I appreciate your call. Let's go ahead and talk to Gabriel in New York. Gabriel, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hello, Alex Jones. It's Gabriel from New York. I've called him before. I have two important things I want to talk about with regards to Memorial Day just passed and the 4th of July that's coming up. I'm the caller who sent in the pictures with the machine guns at the beach. This year, they weren't as visible from the reports I got from We Are Change Hempstead. I'm also a We Are Change New York member. There were snipers on the rooftops from multiple eyewitnesses. Unfortunately, there's no photos of that, but they were there on the rooftops. And as a activist point, what I did was I printed up 100 Oath Keeper flyers, and I handed them out to all the military guys in my town, and a lot of people were very receptive to that, and a few even came back to me and said thank you.
Well, good job, but let me illustrate something here, and I did get your photos. Kentucky Derby, Super Bowl, high school football, high school basketball, baseball, small events, in the middle of rural areas even, they will have snipers on roofs. They will have checkpoints. They'll have regular Army or National Guard there, and they act like everybody's a suspect terrorist, and then you get their internal training manuals. Who are they looking for? Gun owners, conservatives, libertarians, especially veterans. This is all on record. For those that just joined us, MIAC Report, Homeland Security, we broke that last year, but we'd covered that for years with separate documents. It just happened to become national news finally, so people understood. Meanwhile, 80 to 100 miles into Arizona, mass murders, houses being burned, the police saying we've lost control, drug dealers, illegal aliens. In fact, roll some of that video from the news of just illegals climbing over everything, cars, shootouts, dead bodies. I mean, this is bedlam. Plots to blow up a dam in South Texas. That's WOAI television and the Houston Chronicle. I mean, just total lawless bedlam. But meanwhile, no police, no military, and the dominant news says it's not a problem. And then Senator Kyle says he's in a meeting with Obama last month, and Obama said, I'm going to leave the borders open, and we want this crime. We're holding the people hostage. This is Senator Kyle. We're letting the crisis develop, was Obama's words, so we can pass immigration reform. I mean, this is an admission of false flag terror. This is so huge. Anything else, Gabriel?
Of course, actually, I still have a few things I want to bring up for the 4th of July coming up. I have an idea: short-term achievements for long-term solutions. That's a campaign slogan I'm working on. I'm giving a call out to every We Are Change chapter, to everybody in general. This 4th of July, pick up as many pocket constitutions as you possibly can, citizens' rule books, which you can pick up at Infowars or wherever, and let's get them out to the people. And every 4th of July, we need to start giving out constitutions to people. We need to level the playing field to allow people to know their rights. How are we going to have a discussion with people if they don't even know what their rights are to begin with, to even know they're having their rights taken away? And that's something that we all need to start doing every 4th of July and every election period right before the election takes place. And
well
I gotta say,
well said, Gabriel. Good to hear from you. Keep it up. Let's talk to Jason in Texas. Jason, you're on the air.
Yeah, Alex, I'm a special operations veteran post 9/11, and after I got out of Spec Ops, I actually stepped over into security contracting. Before I did, I actually viewed a lot of your documentaries and stuff, and when I went over, actually when I went through the training, I spoke to a lot of guys who were, ex-special ops, and they were all going over for security contracting, specifically just for the money, because the money's good and the economy was bad, and a lot of these guys are aware. But when I went over, I let a lot of guys see these documentaries. I let them see Endgame, Bohemian Grove, all of these videos that you have constructed, Terror Storm. And before, I worked over there for in Iraq for approximately 2 years, and before I had left, I had your videos out at approximately maybe 30 guys, and these guys completely had changed their initial views. Everybody used
But
to
do you know why they changed? And I want to hold you over, but to interrupt, they changed because they already knew what I was telling them. They're not stupid. People already subconsciously, spiritually, and intellectually already have all the pieces, and nothing makes sense from mainstream media. Then when you actually start looking at globalist documents, the globalists all openly talk about what they're doing to each other, and they think we're so stupid. Their miscalculation is their battle plan is public. This is naked, what we're facing. But that's the same intel I get and I see on the street. I can't tell you how many times I have Fort Hood troops who are in Austin eating dinner and see me on the street or something when I'm out. And I've even had a colonel run over and say, look, don't say my name on air, but a lot of us are awake at Fort Hood, and just huge amounts of troops are aware and awake. That's why the system is wanting to shift to gangbangers, foreigners, because there's then that language gap. But the word is my videos are all over the place because of people like you. Please continue.
Yeah, no, exactly what you said right now, and a lot of the tools that I was able to show them, documents that were declassified, the stuff that you talk about, I was able to pull up on PDFs and actually show them these declassified. And for me, it was a risk because obviously we work with security clearances and all that kind of stuff, and so I went out on a limb, and the people's mindset, just like you said, they do have a weird feeling about things, and then when they receive the information, it only confirms that. So in like chow halls and stuff, we'd be sitting there, and initially everybody'd be watching Fox News, just gobbling it up like grits, and then by the end of it, before I had left this last year, I had the guys that I had been there for the last 2 years. They were analyzing the propaganda, and they were able to see it. They were discerning it.
Exactly, and then once you show somebody, we don't tell people what to think. Once you show them there's an agenda, then the propaganda only irritates and motivates resistance. That's what I found, and we're going to kick these people's butts. That's why they're blowing oil wells and about to start a new war and trying to bankrupt us, because we're going to beat them if we decide we're going to beat them.
Exactly.
I hope people realize that. We're going to beat this New World Order and kick them out of America and save this country and get a reprieve like Nineveh got. Our biggest problem is they've taught the Christian churches that it's the end of the world, that it's a foregone conclusion, and that we are meant to lose. Look, let's say I'm going to lose next week. I'm not joining evil. I'm not giving in to this. I'm going to fight these people no matter what it is. So fine, Jesus is coming back next month. I'm going to fight the New World Order until the minute he arrives. Anything else you want to add, caller?
No, Alex, thanks a lot. Just keep it up, man. You're awesome.
Jason, God bless you. You're awesome.
Global Meltdown.